All right, come to a seated position. My name is Ashley, and this is going to be a yoga flow out in nature. So if you want to step outside and do this too, that's awesome. If not, that's all right. I will just be out here in the elements. So it's a little bit chilly. So that means we're going to get moving and grooving right away. And as you can tell, I'm not at the studio, but I do own Ash's Yoga Studio in Poulsbo, Washington. We do have our virtual yoga studio as well up and running. And this is one of the classes that the members get as a recording or can also be here live, almost in person with me. So we start seated just briefly. Take a big reaching stretch up. It's Monday morning, at least right now it is. And we bring our hands down into our laps. Rest one hand over the other, eyes closed or looking out in front of you down towards the ground at a place unmoving. Start to notice the sounds around you. If you're outside, there might be some birds, the wind, a plane. If you're inside, you might hear the pitter-patter of little feet or a keyboard typing or your refrigerator running. Start to notice those sounds. And at this point, notice the farthest away sound you can. Can you pinpoint that sound in a place that's farther from your visual, where you could see? Take one more deep breath in and let it out. Good. Let's bring ourselves to hands and knees. So if you want to cushion up your knees, you can. Let's take the hands underneath the shoulders and start with a few cat and cow poses. Arch the back and then round the back. Hug the belly in and then tuck the chin. And back and forth, just that movement. And actually switch directions here. If you have a couple props, they're kind of always good, but you don't need anything for this practice. I may or may not use them today. And then bring it back to a neutral position. Walk the hands forward right away. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Press the hips back, belly towards the thighs. Pedal the feet a couple times in this down dog. Walk the feet forward right behind the hands and hang out for a moment in this ragdoll shape. Shake out the head, grab the elbows, sway from side to side. Still acknowledging and noticing those sounds going on around you. Take a deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Use that breath as your guide for your practice. Coming back to it every so often. Release your hands down to the floor, bend the knees, and roll yourself up to a standing position. Shoulders roll back, hands down, palms forward. Big breath in and slow exhale out. Good, reach up, let's warm up, sun salutation. Inhale, connect the hands at the top. Exhale, hands through the heart center as you fold down, hinging at the hips. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands down and step back to plank pose. Plank pose, let's fire up a little bit. Let's gain a little heat here, pressing into the hands. Lift through the chest just a bit more, so instead of sagging through the shoulders, press so you've got this strong foundation in the shoulders and core. Lift the right toes an inch off the ground or a couple inches, pause. Switch, lift the left toes a couple inches off the ground, pause. One big breath. Take it down, take the right knee to the right elbow, pause, one breath. Step back, other side, left knee, forward to the elbow. And step back, downward facing dog. One deep breath. Good. Lift your right leg up behind you. Bend the knee, lift the heel high of the left foot, step the foot between the hands. I'm gonna keep my knee up for this one because it's kind of hard on the ground here. So you can rise up, you can always take that knee down, reach up, pull the elbows back as you exhale, open up to the sunshine energy. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands back to the floor. Step the left foot forward, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, take it back down. Chair pose, bend the knees, sit back, reach up. And then take your hands to your heart. Pressing actively, hand to hand, shoulders back and down, belly drawn in. And can we get a little lower? Your weight sinks into the heels, tailbone points, diagonal straight line in between from the crown of the head through the back of the body, and a little lower. Good, reach up, inhale. Let's release that chair, lift up, a little back bend. Exhale, hands through the heart as you fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step both feet or jump the feet back to your plank pose. Pause. Pause it once again. Lift the left toes off the mat about a couple inches. One deep breath. Switch. Right toes off. Left knee to left elbow, touch it. Switch. Right knee, right elbow, touch. Keep that foot up. And back. This time, instead of straight to down dog, shift forward. Chaturanga, elbows hug the rib cage. No more than 90-degree bend. Look forward. Up dog, lift the heart. Down and facing dog, hips up and back. And we lift the left leg this time. Not too high, not your highest level ever. You lift that right heel, bend the knee, draw the knee forward and step between the hands. Crescent lunge, rise up. Low lunge to high lunge, elbows bend, get a little deeper, open in that heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward. Half lift. Exhale down. Bend the knees, sit back, chair pose again. Reach up, hands to your heart. Let's get even lower. Lower, lower. Lift the heels and sit towards the heels. Gonna reach forward, roll back, sit down. Use your hands as needed. Lean back the 45 degrees or so. Lift the legs about parallel to the ground and reach forward. Take an inhale higher. Exhale, hover right above the ground. Straighten the legs, just the low back, top of the butt on the floor. Inhale, lift, straight legs are bent. Lower, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift back up, hug the knees in. I'm going to come to standing. This is sometimes a tricky transition. So you can always take a knee down and lift back up, or try this without the roll or with the roll back and forth, with or without a roll. Feet down, reach forward, leaning forward, stand up. You can open the knees a little bit to help you. Chair pose, rise, and hands at your heart. So because I'm outside, of course we have to do this next pose, tree pose. So getting now into the hips, external rotation. We haven't yet done this, so this is our first one. A little bit of balance as well. Ground down through one of your feet. Take the opposite foot, make a T. Toes point out, knee draws open. Instead of hip bumping out, let's keep them neutral, level. One hip directly over that base leg. And we'll take the foot up the leg anywhere but the knee, pressing equally from the standing leg to the foot. Oh, a couple hobbles and wobbles is okay. Knee draws back, arms open, reach up, big breaths. Keep that knee drawing back. And then let's try this. Reach up, lift that knee, flex the foot. All right? So we lifted knee. Let's see this now. Open the arms to a T. Take that leg, the one that's in front, I'll just say, doesn't matter if it's right or left. We'll go out to the side with the bottom toes facing forward. Extend and reach that foot way back like you're flying. Bend the left knee and we land softly into warrior two. Back foot sealed to the floor, toes pointed towards the long edge of the mat. Arms open wide, and you may have to adjust. Hips level again. So we like to do this whole little hip bumpy thing. Let's keep that down. Soft shoulders. Reaching and look forward towards the front hand. Good. Reverse that warrior. Front hand reaches up, back hand reaches down the back leg. Back to warrior two. Take an inhale. Side angle, left or front elbow to the thigh. Opposite hand reaches straight up. Maybe extend it. The back foot might sneak a little farther back there. How about a bind? Half bind. Top hand goes around the back. Finding more heart opening, shoulders, a little bit more stretch. And then reach that hand up high. Good. Lift back up to hands parallel to the ground. Straighten that front leg. Step the back foot in just a little bit. Reach long to the front. Hips this time bump back. Front hand reaches down. Top arm reaches straight up. And we press the chest back, the upper back towards the left, the back side of our mat. Reaching up, look up. And then we rotate forward, open up, rotating. We're going to take that back foot, step in a little bit more. Rotate so the hips are squared, and then take the hands onto the thigh, the calf, or the floor of the, to both sides of that front leg. Bend the left knee, step forward, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale down. Bend the knees, sitting back into your chair pose again. Let's do that all over again. Chair pose, hands to your heart. We get lower, lower, lower. Lift the heels. Reach forward, round the back, round, 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 and sit. Boat pose, lower and lifts. Lift. You're in a boat. It's almost summer. It's something we all like to do, most of us. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Rise. Lower. Rise. One more time, lower. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up. Hug the knees in. You can choose. Again, round through the back, reaching forward. Hug the knees close to you. You might open the knees to help you roll forward. Lift up, chair pose, or use your hands. Get up in some way that's safe for you. And stand up, reach up. Back bend, open, release the hands. Other side. So we've got the other foot down. Make a T with the other foot. Opposite side. So the knee draws open. Foot lifts up the leg. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Anywhere except that knee, because our knee is not meant to go left and right. So we don't want to put pressure on that area. Knee opens. And if you're used to doing, let's say, foot up at your thigh, maybe we try today. It's a different sensation to go a little lower. It's not easier. It's not harder. It's just different. Open those arms, reaching up. Feel that expansive, tree-like, grounded energy. Soaking in the sun rays, the sounds. Good. And then bring the hands back. Well, no, reach the hands up. As you take that front knee and lift it, the lifted foot, flex through the front foot. You don't have to hop like I am. I'm just doing this for the demo purposes. Open the arms out to the side. Knee out to the side. And slowly extend back. reaching, bend into that front knee, step back as far as you can, as gentle as possible. Bending to the front knee, open those hips, level them off, shoulders over hips, soft shoulders, and reaching through the fingertips. So it's a strong position. Another thing we could focus on is squeezing the heels together. Feel that lift of engagement. Warrior two. Flip the right palm, or the front palm, mind you. Let's reach up. Back hand reaches to the back leg, reverse warrior. Keep that deep bend in that front knee. And then lift it back up to warrior two. Elbow to your thigh, side angle. Extend through that top arm, make a straight line. That's where the angle comes in. Light in that bottom elbow if it's on the knee. Let's half bind, perhaps behind the back. Find the top of the front thigh. Good, lifting back up. You rise, hands up. Lift up, straighten the front leg. Back foot comes in a few inches. Hip turns slightly forward. Reach forward with that front arm and tilt. Triangle pose. Feel this rib cage start to slide a bit more open. Look up. Unless it bothers your neck, then look down. All right, rotate forward so that you're in this little airplane mode. Step the back foot in a little bit. And then take the hands to the thigh, the shin, or the ground. Bend the front knee, step forward. Yep, awesome. We've got this chair pose again. Let's do half lift, forward fold, back to your chair pose, reach up, hands at your heart. One more time, we're gonna sit down. Lower, lower, lower. Reach forward, round the back, sit. Nice. Right, and instead of our boat poses, which we've done enough of, let's take the feet about hip distance apart. Hands behind, fingers towards the feet or out to the side, whatever your shoulders allow for. Press and lift up. Look up or slightly back. Reverse tabletop position and then lower down. We'll do that one more time, but we're going to try something a little different. You can take the legs straight or keep them bent. So now either reverse plank or reverse tabletop. Hands behind you again. If you're in plank, point the toes. Lift the hips. Look up or look back. Try to get the big toes to touch the floor if you're in this plank position. And lower back down. Just a quick one. Sitting up nice and tall. Flex the feet, straighten the legs. Reach up. Fold forward. You may or may not find the toes. Make sure we're keeping at least some length through the spine. All right, lift back up after just a couple breaths. And take the right ankle above the knee, bend the left knee and find the seated figure four, sitting up nice and tall. Flex through that top foot. I've got socks on because it's a little cold out here. And if you don't want to bend that bottom leg, that's okay. We can stay lower and work even just the seated figure four variation. Let's switch it. Just simply straighten the leg, straighten both legs, swap it out. A little movement side to side, that's kind of nice sometimes. All right. And release that. Let's release that. Take the feet together, knees open wide. One more. Grab the feet to inhale. Exhale, pull it forward. Get into those hips. So we're getting into just some stretches to allow our bodies to feel loose and complete. Okay, with this bound angle in the legs, same sort of, same leg variation. Take your hands together, interlace the fingers. Press the palms forward and lift up. Palms towards the sky. You might not get above your head, that's okay. Draw the shoulders down, maybe a little bend in the elbows. Try to press the sky away, look up. Lean to the side. Ooh. Lift up, lean to the side. Straight up, inhale, one more. Exhale, release it. Nice. All right, we're gonna come down to our backs. So take those feet together. Reach forward and roll down. We're not gonna be here for too long. We're just going to head to our final poses in a short Shavasana. So when you're here, hug your knees in. Rock from side to side. And we've got just one simple pose on right and left side before we relax. And it's a spinal twist. So knees together. Let's take them down to the side. One hand on top of the legs, looking away from the legs. Keep that opposite shoulder down. And arm extended. And then lift back up, knees up, and switch sides. You might have to lift up onto that hip to get a little deeper twist. And your knees don't have to touch the floor, don't worry about that. This is more so for the relaxation, spine neutralizing benefits, less about getting deep into a specific posture. And lift those legs back up to the top. Give them one more squeeze in. You might roll side to side, or maybe even grab the feet for happy baby pose. As you take a little bit more movement through the body, through the legs. And we will come to our final relaxation. Just a couple minutes of Shavasana. You are welcome to pause the video now so that you can take a longer Shavasana, but we'll be here for a couple minutes and I'll lead you back out. It's always good to have this little pause in between our practice. We do it at the beginning and we do it at the end as a way to transition from life practice to our mat practice and back to our life again. So allow this time for a time to absorb. Come back to those sounds. Are they different this time? What are you noticing in your surroundings around you? And then what are you noticing within you? Your breath, physical sensations. All right, so to take a deeper breath in, bend your knees, wiggle your fingers and toes. You can roll to your side or do a little rock and roll to get up to a seated pose to help you back up. This is where we are concluding today, but again, feel free to stay as long as you like in that relaxation position. So together, reach those arms up, inhale. Connect the hands at the top and then bring that down to your heart. Pause there. One more deep breath in and let it go. Thank you for joining in this 30-minute outdoor yoga flow practice. I hope to see you again very soon. And don't forget to check out our schedule and our website updates at ashesyogastudio.com. I'll see you next time. Namaste.